Right. My name is Myles. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. This is a guide for beginning drivers. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this and give you some good information to help you become a better driver. So the first thing when you get into a vehicle, you want to lock your door. This way, in case there's an accident, you won't be thrown out. But more importantly, you want to put on your seatbelt. Always put on your seatbelt. This keeps you in place in the vehicle, and seat belts do save lives. Now, I need you to look straight ahead. Use both hands and frame the rear window in the mirror. Get that window framed so when you're driving, you can see everything behind you. Looks pretty good. Now, your driver's side mirror, there's a keypad or a button you can push. You want to see a little bit of the side of the car, then everything else behind you. The passenger side, a little bit of the side of the car and out toward the side a little bit. Now our mirrors are properly adjusted. We're much safer. Whenever you back up, you have to look out of your back window, even though this car is equipped with a backup camera. And in some cases on your road test, they won't let you use the backup camera. So we're going to put our foot on the brake, put it in R, and look over our shoulder. And we're going to look, and then we're going to turn the wheel to the left. The rear will go to the left, the front will swing out. It's snowing out here, flurries, so we have bipolar weather. I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the driveway, yield and check traffic. I'm gonna show you what you're supposed to do. You wanna look left and right, and I'm going to the left, so look where you're going. Always look where you're going. We're gonna make a right turn. Keep it short and smooth. We're in the city. This could be Metro downtown Detroit, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California. Be aware of huge potholes, a lot of pedestrians, public housing. We really have to be careful. We're gonna go up and squeeze our brake and stop. We're gonna have a stop for 3 seconds, but this is a partially controlled intersection. We're the side road. You have to go up a look. I'm taking my time to explain this because a lot of people just don't know. We're gonna look left and right. It's clear, and then I'm gonna make my right turn, and then I'm gonna turn out. Hello, how are you doing? We're in some crazy weather today. Thank you for taking the time to come in and watch. I do appreciate you. How are you doing? And during this time of day, it's rush hour. We have mail delivery. We have other cars. And we want to go over this very slow, go over real easy. There we go. So we're the side road again. We have to stop at the stop line, turn on our signal, and then we want to come up. It's called showing the car. And you can't be shy, but I'm going to make eye contact and roll forward. Come up. Okay, I just waved. I'm gonna go right in the first lane behind this minivan, town and country minivan. They still have those, don't they? They're pretty old though. And then we have to make a right turn. And we want to go into the turn smoothly. Oh my God. We're going to be getting on the expressway and there's crazy traffic. So this is a teachable moment. At about 35, we're gonna get out to the first lane and just take our time. We have to yield to traffic already on the expressway. So this truck is allowing me to come out. I'm gonna get in right behind them. That's a beginning merge. Okay, we came out about 25. Not that slow, but that's the beginning merge. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes to settle down. We're going to be on this expressway for about a half an hour, so if you have questions, ask. We're about at 45 to 50. The speed limit here is 55, so I just want to lift my foot. The biggest thing for beginners, just be smooth, keep space, take your time. We're not racing. People do panic stops, so I'm just trying to really be very smooth and deliberate. There's a lot of semi-trucks behind me. I do not want to get hit. Uh-oh. Truckers, man, it's a problem. That diesel to our left is a manual. You hear the person shifting gears, man. All right, the semi-truck switch lanes, so I'm just going to take our time. We want to keep more space. We have to watch for debris. This is a cargo container on this flatbed truck. You can tell by the holes in the back, and then they have a crane that will pick it up. Oh, you see that truck just changed lanes like nothing? Man. That's why you want to give those trucks room. I'm in the right lane, and that's okay for now, but eventually I do want to get to the middle lane. If you've seen these videos, and all of you should have, I'm not an erratic lane changer. This car needs to use a blinker. Are they going to use a blinker? Nope. That's confusion and a driving error. So I want to get away from them. So we have a Federal Express truck that's a double. In our state, semi-truck drivers can drive double. In other states, such as Ohio, they can drive triples. Every state is different. We're confused by this blinker because they're not getting over. Oh, now they're getting over. Oh, that's where that car had that crash. I'm going to back off, increase my following distance. Because if you look at the Federal Express freight, this person has to get these packages to the terminal, and there's a timeline crunch. So this truck driver will be driving faster or more aggressive than normal. And I'm not saying Federal Express drivers speed, because if they speed, they'll have a huge fine and lose their license. Same thing if I speed. I'm a state certified instructor, and if I get too many tickets, I'll lose my endorsement. Why would I do that? Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. We're at 60. Some of those semi-trucks have a speed, they're speed controlled, speed governor controlled, and I've heard arguments for that or against that. Yes, hey, how are you doing? You mentioned a 2015 driver's car as a 2010. This is a 2025. As long as you have something to drive that's reliable, keep on driving, man. I drove an old car like for a long time. Oh my God, there's a gravel truck. This is super scary. You'll hear it. There's nothing we can do. Definitely want to be behind a gravel truck. Sorry I'm raising my voice. There's nothing I can do right now. Do not be behind gravel trucks. Stay away from them. So, just a heavy traffic on the interstate, family. Whoa. Oh. I'm going to have to get over. I don't want to be by this. Stay away from all these big trucks. A tire can blow up, gravel can come off, crack your windshield. It's just too dangerous. So I'm trying to get away from these people, these drivers. It's really windy. I had an older Tesla. I'm not sure what model this is. I'm almost scared to buy a used one because they're really burning them down, spray painting them up, scratching them up because of Elon. I like the Ford Mach-E too, but I haven't went for a drive in those yet because I want one for the company to do driver's ed. So if I had to choose, I would definitely get the Model 3 long range, but the Ford Mach-E, they look really nice. I had some videos at the auto show, and I'm gonna have to post them on the channel. Pretty nice. Yeah, I get it. It doesn't matter what you drive as long as you can get into something. We're about 75 right now. Pass down, I'm gonna get back over. an instructor, I see a lot of people are not prepared to get out and drive. I have a new adult class tonight. We have 19 adults in there, so I'll be teaching class tonight. You'll have a chance to come aboard and listen. Get over. Stay away from cars. Oh, let's talk about pavement markings. I'm in the left lane. The yellow's on the left. We're in the United States. The right lane, you have the edge line or white line. And then I'm going around to the left, so the Chevron alignment signs on the right tells me it's a really sharp curve. As you can tell, I'm really holding the wheel, but it's really windy out here. I gotta lift my foot because I'm starting to move faster than these cars, and I'm not a tailgater. I don't want to smash into someone because I'll receive a ticket. Whoa, bro, you see that? This is scary. Wow. I want to be predictable. I don't want to portray that you got to cut lanes. If you were driving with me, I would say, hey, let's stay at a certain speed. Let's cruise. We'd probably be in the middle lane. I would not have you in the right lane. Questions, put those in. We're about 70, 75 miles an hour. The average speed is about 77. Hey Meta, what is the wind chill? Wind chill is 26 degrees Fahrenheit. And the wind is blowing south by southwest. So the wind is kind of pushing us to the left. So I'm just trying to hold the wheel as steady as possible. We're losing speed slowly because the flow of the traffic is slowing down. There's a huge volume of traffic. I see all these brake lights popping on. I'm trying to be as careful as possible. Ooh, I don't want to get caught up in this. I'm looking to the left, middle, and right. So if you were driving with me, I would make a decision that's to make you aware. Because if I'm overloading you, you're going to not do well. This car's getting ready to get cut off by this semi-truck. But the guy had on his blinker, or lady, 4 times. I'm going to make sure I get way ahead of this semi-truck. I do not want to get hit. I'm going to get over. So we want to make our lane changes very gradual, very deliberate. Just take our time. Be patient. The slower lane, it's about 10 miles an hour difference. And I want to squeeze my brake and use the ball of my foot. Take my time. So this is a clover leaf, like the leaf itself, but it's a really sharp curve, so you have to go slow going on and go slow going off. We're at about 30. And my cousin did have her F-150 truck. No hate, but she rolled her truck over. She was going too fast. We had to get over to this lane because the first lane it would take us back on the interstate. And we don't want to get back on the interstate. So now we're on a major thoroughfare. We got to reduce our speed. We got to take our time. We got to rethink driving. We're at about 45. The speed limit is 50. Everything's good. Most beginners drive slow. Occasionally, I have some adult drivers who drive very fast, but the majority are slow. That was a road counter to count how many vehicles come across. And then this is a great teachable moment. Those vehicles across to my right are used. We have partnered with Stand Store, and Stand Store allows content creators, teachers, professors to put together digital products. Like if I was a college professor and you were coming into my economics class, I would say, listen, you need to go to my Stand Store. You need to put in this code, and normally it would be $25.49 for you, but because you're in my class, it's $12. You need to look at, I have 5 or 6 digital products: how to pass your road test, how to reduce anxiety, how to know if you're ready to drive. You need to be looking at those and downloading some of those. Also, I'm available for a coaching call. A lot of people starting to buy them. We have about 100 views, and people are buying it. So if you want a coaching call, and why wouldn't you, to talk about driving or use vehicle or help you make a good decision, I'm available. So you need to take advantage of that. All right, I'm going in the first lane. Always go in the first lane. Also, I'm going to be putting up some longer tutorials: how to pass your road test, how to do parking, and then those will be in, and then you can purchase those and download them to your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Okay, so just be patient with me. I'm still new to the Stand Store, and I just want to keep going. And we want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. If you can't see the rear of the tires, you are too close. If we get rear-ended, we'll have one collision. If we're too close, we'll have the second collision. My nephew got rear-ended and his car got smashed. The car was totaled. They got a flat tire over there. That's why you gotta know how to change tires. You really do. I'm going really slow to this turn. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that you need to learn as a beginner. What are some of my pro tips as an instructor? If I was taking you through the process right now, Finding a good instructor. Well, where do I go? There are a lot of driving schools across the country. I do have a video. I wish I could link in to say it's right here, but I did a video on Midwest driving schools. And I went through a list of them, the positives, the negatives, the goods, the bads. The prices vary anywhere from $179 to $579. So you want to find a driving school that works for you and your price point. Some driving schools will pick you up, drop you off. Some driving schools are in public schools. I've worked for both. I've worked in public schools doing driver's education. I work for third parties, work for some of the nation's largest driving schools, so I'm an independent contractor. Typically, every 6 weeks, I'm driving 9 to 25 adults or teens or a combination of, and I do private lessons also. Pro tips, talk to the instructor that you're going to be driving with. Make sure they're certified by the state. I am certified. I have a state certification that can be looked up. Other pro tips, make sure your instructor is really teaching you. You want to be driving through neighborhoods. You want to have good speed control. You want to learn how to turn the wheel. You want to learn how to back in driveways. You want to learn how to parallel park, which is really important. Once you're ready to get on the road, your instructor will make sure that you are ready. Some people are not ready and they panic and they drive really slow. So if you panic and drive really slow, you're going to get screamed at, yelled at, tailgated. And no one wants to be in that situation, but that does happen sometimes. Master Fearless Driving, Myles' Road Guide. If you are a new driver, stay in the right lane. If you have a couple of years experience, go to the middle. But you should not be in the left lane going slow because you're going to make people very angry. You want to take your time. Learn the rules of the right-of-way. We're in a private driveway. If cars come out, we have to yield for them because we're in a private driveway. A lot of beginners do not understand rules of the right-of-way. So if you don't understand rules of the right-of-way, you're more likely to run a stop sign, run a yield sign, have an at-fault accident. Myles' Fearless Formula. I think the formula that you need is believing in yourself, looking at my videos, really being very granular. This morning we did a really good video. It was a lot of heavy traffic. There was an accident on the freeway. There was a lot of cars cutting in, cutting out. We were going really slow. That will teach you to be patient. And if you're not patient, you're going to have accidents. Example, if you have a mom and a dad, whoever's in the front passenger seat is your co-pilot. If your co-pilot tells you to slow down, you slow down. If the backseat driver says speed up, you should not be listening to them. Listen to the person in the front seat. Bad weather driving. Before we left the office, it's snow flurries. We have bipolar weather. So what you need to do is prepare for all situations. I got a nice little shirt on. I got the vest. I got a little hat, right? In case the car breaks down, you always want to be prepared for the conditions on the road. Driving Fearless, Myles' proven system. I should have a system. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens how to drive. You've never been on the road. I'm scared. I have anxiety. I'm nervous. Will I crash? No. Where are we going? We're going to go in the school parking lot, go up and down the aisles, having good speed control, taking your time. What do we do in the neighborhoods? We learn how to stay on the right, R-I-G-H-T, the right side of the road. We learn how to have good speed control. We are a defensive driver. A defensive driver anticipates cars not stopping, cars not yelling. No one uses a blinker. If I'm panicky and nervous, you're going to be panicky and nervous. So I need to support you in that. urban guides. We drive in suburban areas, urban areas, downtown areas, rural areas. I try to really mix up a variety of driving so you can get your best authentic driving. And around that fourth or fifth lesson, if I am training you properly, coaching you properly, making sure you're doing your assignments, making sure you're downloading those digital PDFs that I put together in the Stand Store, you will eventually start to learn. Everyone's a little bit different. I had one client waited to the last 3 weeks of the class. She's behind, very hesitant, inconsistent, driving under speed, not really drives like this, not really looking, not really checking. Everyone's a little bit different. And your instructor should be taking you through this process of explaining to you what to do and what not to do. Good instructors do that. And if you have a good instructor, you can ask them any question. Am I doing this right? Stop talking to me. Am I okay? Keep driving. We're human. And I need help putting together the Stand Store. This is new to me. So we all need help doing something. Next, driving like a champ. A champ is a defensive driver. A champ keeps a car length for every 10 miles an hour. A champ uses their blinker. A champ has good speed, good space, and a smile. I gave you some examples of a champ. When you look at my videos, you will become a champion because I'm a champion. Zero fear merging. You have to pick your point and accelerate out. You saw me accelerate. A lot of heavy traffic. We came out at 20. Not a good merge, but the flow of the traffic was moving at 20 miles an hour. Fearless long drives. We've had some long 2-hour, hour and a half, 2.5 hour drives. I've made some of those videos. I have them. I've edited them to 3-minute, 5-minute, 7-minute chunks, but I still have the original videos. If you want me to post a highway video, I will do that. You have to have endurance when you're in the car. You will fall asleep. You will get tired. SEO focus, short, punchy titles, high searchable phrases, bad weather, driving, winter driving. I'm Myles. I'm a state certified driving instructor. So when you see the title, you'll say, oh, that's him. You'll know who I am. I think that's better than saying beginning driver. I'm trying to build a brand, build authority, and build consistency. I go live in the morning. I go live in the afternoon. I'll be going live during class to answer your questions. We want to crush and dominate competition. You want to crush and dominate fear and anxiety. You want to conquer your fear, and you do that through hard work. It's not going to be easy. And if you have a good coach, like me, but you're in the Midwest, I'm in Texas, you can still sign up for a coaching call. It's through Google Meets. You won't have my number, I won't have yours. We can go on a coaching call. I think my schedule's open. I think I have it set up right in Stan. I need to watch a video to make sure, because that's the biggest selling point right now is coaching calls. Hopefully it works. I want to make sure. Scenarios. Night driving. I've done night driving videos. Heavy traffic videos. We just went through heavy traffic. Bad weather. Rain, sleet, fog. I have a lot of those videos. And I'm trying to attract you so you will watch this, so you will learn and ask questions. I'm very social. I need you to go to my Stand Store. When this is over, click the link in the bio. Go to my Stand Store. You'll see the testimonies of students I helped. You'll see all of my digital products. Some are $10, some are $20, some are $40, because the value is more. If you were doing road test prep, that costs more money. If you're a beginning driver, that's a little bit lower. Intermediate, it's a little bit higher. We will be putting together more Stand Store products for beginning drivers. How do you buy a used car? What is a good used car? These are things that all of you have questions on. And then I want to be able to help you because I've been through that journey and no one helped me. I had some people who knew about cars who were 20 years older than me, 25. They had the Chevelles, the Mustangs, the Impalas, the Corvettes. And they sat me down and said, this is what you need to do. No one is teaching you these things anymore. My students don't even know how to put gas in the car, check the oil, windshield wiper blade. Are you serious? I am very serious. I need you to be serious. Look at all my videos, leave comments. I do spend an hour nightly going through comments, replying back, looking at my analytics, what videos are really going, make more of them, what videos are not going, stop making those videos. So I want to be able to help you. So look at all my videos, leave comments. I will talk to you probably 7:30 p.m. I'll go live then. Bye, guys.